Hello, my name is Diaz. I'm from the year 2012. So this is assignment 7. The first task was implement BDD Cucumber for your booking. So the first step was installation Cucumber in my IDE. So I was using the IntelliJ IDE. So let's look at how to configure Cucumber with IntelliJ IDE. So the first step was launching the IntelliJ IDE and navigating to File, New, and Project. Then the next step was selecting Java and clicking on Next till you arrive on the following screen. The next step was giving a name to your project and click on Finish. Then the next step is you will get this prompt to open a project in the same window or a new window. You can select this window. After that, you will see the project getting displayed in the Project Explorer. Then the next step was importing the required jars for Selenium and Cucumber. To do so, navigate to File, Project Structure, and Models, and as highlighted in the above screenshot, select the dependencies, add the required dependencies by clicking on the plus sign towards the bottom and select the required jars or directories. When selecting the jars through the browse menu and click on OK. The next step was adding the Selenium jars. With this, the Cucumber Selenium dependencies are added to the project. Click on Apply and then press OK. So here you can see all needed jar file. The next is test. So I will enter login credential and reset the value. So here we just enter credential on Guru 99 demo login page and resetting the value. So here you can see that uh, using given open the Firefox and launch the application. After when enter the username and password and then reset the credential. After executing the script, then we will see in the output that browser launches when Guru 99 Bank demo site gets open, when username and password are placed on the login page, and after that, resetting the values. Next task was implement IP testing on Postman. So the first what you need is to install Postman. I think you will not have problems with that. After that you installed Postman, you can see it here, my open Postman. First you need to log in existing account or create a new one. After that you log uh, with the appropriate credentials. You need to create a new request and fill in the details as per the endpoint that we will be using for our test or illustration. Let's test the get request for REST API endpoint. So I use such IP endpoint. I have my method get. Um, Also nothing in header. After that, once the request properties are filled in, you hit send to execute the request to the server hosting the endpoint. Yes, here you can see such button. After clicking it, uh, uh, so there are no tests for this request, but before everything was okay. So once we get a response, we can check various data around the response. So here you can see that all is okay, so that's success. Um, let's see each of them in detail. By default, once the response completes, the response body type is selected and displayed. Other parameters for response, like the response status code, the time taken for the request to complete, the size of a payload are shown just below the request header, as in the below figure. To get fine-grained details about the response parameters like response size and response time, you can simply hover over each of those values, and Postman will show you a detailed view with more fine-grained details for each of those properties. For example, for request time, it will further dissect it into individual components like connect time, socket time, DNS lookup, handshake, and etc. Similarly, for response size, it will show you a breakup of how much size the headers are constitute and what is the actual response size. Response headers contain a lot of beneficial information about the request that code process. Just navigate to the headers tab in the response section to take a look at the response headers. Yes, so here you can see mm, headers response. An important point to note here is that all the requests that you make to the server are stored in the Postman history for future reference. The history tab is available on the left side panel of the app. This helps in preventing the creation of requests every time when you need to get a response for the same request, and also helps in avoiding mundane boilerplate tasks. If required, you can refer to the past request and response as well at a future point of time. So thank you. That's all. Goodbye.